Hey fellow YouTubers and fellow theater people out there, my name is Dan and I am a set builder and set designer, and I am from the great state of Ohio. I live just north of Columbus and just south of Cleveland, 45 minutes from one and about 2 hours from the other. So my YouTube page is going to be a lot of theater magic, and I am sorry you guys probably hear a train in the background. I do live right beside a train track. I might do a few other videos from my other passion that I have, and that is theme parks. So if you know anything about Ohio, I have two amazing theme parks here in Ohio. I have Cedar Point, the roller coaster capital of the world, and then I also have Kings Island down in Mason, Ohio. Both are owned by the same company, and I do have a pass to both of them, and I love visiting all of them. Anyways, so as I said, I am a set builder and avid theater goer. I love going to the theater. I work or volunteer for the historical Marion Palace Theater in Marion, Ohio, and I also, build sets and design sets for two different local high schools, and also for the Star Theater in Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Some of the shows I have done in the past for the community groups have been Shrek the Musical, Addams Family, Annie, and also I just got done doing 9 to 5. High school have been anything from Into the Woods, Anything Goes, Mamma Mia, the new musical, and Back to the 80s, and Guys and Dolls. But this upcoming season, starting here in July, I'm actually in the process of doing it now, and I'm going to take you guys on my journey. It's actually going to be a really fun show for the Star Theater. We're getting ready to put on the production of Mary Poppins. Who doesn't love Mary Poppins? And, I turn into a little kid every time I watch Mary Poppins because of all the theater magic and the Disney magic behind it. But, unfortunately, I have a very small theater that I work for. So we can't do a lot of things like Fly Mary, because that is a big part when Mary takes off. And I think everyone loves when they go and see the live production Mary goes flying. So I have to do some other things. I gotta do a lot of sleight of hand magic throughout this whole show and make people ask the question, how did he do that? Well, good thing is I'm going to take you guys on the journey as I learn how to do it and how you can do it if you have a small theater. Even if you have a big theater where you fly Mary, you can do a lot of tricks. Like Mary's handbag will become very magical, because I'm not going to do the typical put it on top of a dresser and things can come out of the dresser and through the bag. I'm actually going to do it on a nightstand, so you see the feet of Jane, Michael, and Mary. So once all that gets done, I'll take you on that way. But one of the biggest numbers in the show is step and time. And if you don't know the number, it takes a lot of people dressed as chimney sweeps, and we got to make chimney sweeps. So I started thinking how to do it. I looked on Pinterest, because Pinterest is my favorite place to go for those types of questions, and I saw somebody made a chimney sweep out of dowel rods. So I made one. My stage manager saw it and goes, "This is really cool looking, except it looks very dangerous. Someone's going to poke their eye out." Wrong show. And so she went home, I went home, and we started talking back and forth, and she found one from a company or a high school group who did Mary Poppins, and really it's going to cost you about $5. You can do between 3 to 4 chimney sweeps out of this, depending on how big you make your circles. So all you're going to need is cardboard. You need a 4-inch one, which I found. I've been using the bottom of a pitcher that you can make your Kool-Aid in, if you like Kool-Aid, or tea, sweet tea. I love sweet tea. And then I take another one. And this one right here is the bottom of a candle. Don't mind this right now. So if you can realize what this is from, you might know what we'll be using. And you notice that there's a square cut. So this is about 3 inches, and they will match up to each other like so. And there'll be something that does go in here that's very vital. And the other things you need is your trusty handy dandy glue gun, a pair of pliers, and I'll explain why these are good here in a few minutes, a pair of scissors to cut your cardboard, a pocket knife to help open up the cardboard, and a Sharpie to trace out the cardboard. So like I said, you can go to one local store, and most places have this store, and it's very cheap. It is the Dollar Tree. So what you want to do is you want to go to Dollar Tree and you want to buy a blue bristle broom with the white handle. You want to take apart the handle. You don't need the handle. And if you notice, there is a section missing off the broom already, because I've already deconstructed this broom. is a white casing. You don't need that white casing. You can throw it away, burn it, whatever, throw it at your brother, sister, son, daughter, whoever. The pliers at this point come in very handy because what you want to do is you want to go in here and pull each of those bristles out. You'll notice that this set of bristles is all connected by a little metal clip. You do want to use your pliers and crimp that down. So you want to go through here, pull all this out, and magic, boom, done. So it kind of looks like this. This is the base that the post screws into. You do want to break this off, and you want to end up with the base by itself that has a screw part still in it. You want that. The outside wings you just can throw away. We don't need those. So you're going to sit here with your hot glue and your piece of your bristle ends. You're going to sit here and you're going to put a little dab of hot glue on it. And I use double-walled cardboard because it's easier to poke into it, but if you can't get it to go in, that is what the pocket knife is for. So you're going to find an area, you're going to shove it in with the hot glue on it, and you will get covered in glue. And you want to go all the way around the ring on both of these, because eventually you're going to glue them together. And it's going to end up looking just like this, your chimney sweep. So down here you can see where that square was. After I glued the small circle onto the big circle, I glue this into it, just like that. And now you have the top half of your chimney sweep. So like I said, you're going to be reusing the post. So when you screw the post back on, you have a chimney sweep that will not hurt anybody. I do like to add extra glue around where the edges are, and I do put a lot of glue on this part here. I also like to glue the end on down here, so it doesn't come flying off during performance, and then you don't have a jagged edge of a metal post. Since our theater is really old, I do have some hot glue on the bottom to help so it won't ding up the floor. Then when I get to the theater tomorrow, I will spray paint this black, and I will dust this part black up here. I still want some blue to show through, and then it can turn into Bert's and everyone else who's a chimney sweep. So, like I said, I'll be taking you guys on a journey through Cherry Tree Lane, and on how I do things. I'm in the process of getting ready to start building the collapsing table. We have a lot of painting going on and a lot of other little cool things. So I'll be taking you on your way, on the journey into the world of Cherry Tree Lane and the Banks' house and the Banks' lives. So if you have any questions, please send me a message and I'll be happy to try to answer them. Or if you have any ideas for me, please send those. So if there's anything you want to see more of, let me know. And I also will probably be taking you on some of my other trips, going to Cedar Point, Kings Island, and a few other things I have coming up. So, and also, if you have any questions on any shows I've done in the past, on how I did something, please let me know. I do have photos I'll be happy to share, and all. So, again, keep the magic alive within the theater, and we're all here to help each other out. So, if you have any questions or suggestions, please reach out. Thanks again, and have a great night.